Hi, I'm Gary and welcome to my Outdoors channel. Now this video is about carrying a firearm for self-defense. Now I'll talk about conceal and carry and your everyday kit, also known as your EDC. Now this video is for those who are new to conceal and carry of a firearm. You may notice some cut-ins and cutouts as I try to put this together. I try to make it smooth or make a transition. Now, a required disclosure is that this is not legal or professional advice. Please see an attorney for legal advice and the resources I list in the description below for professional advice. In this video, I'm just sharing with you what I've learned. I'm sure there are many who can add to this, and I welcome that. Now, click on that little red icon down in the lower right of the corner of the screen here, and you can easily subscribe. Now what I'm showing you in this video is how I conceal and carry. Everyone has a different way to do that, and it can differ based on your dress for the day and personal style. That's why several options available today is a great thing. It gives us a lot of options. I hope that those who viewed this that have more knowledge will share their insights in the comment section below. When we can share our experiences and wisdoms, that makes us all better. The recent events of mass shooters and active shooters, for whatever reason, it's not just the terrorists that have given rise to fear of your and your loved one's safety. But this video is not intent on forwarding any fear or propaganda that the world is a dangerous place. Most of it is safe. It's not an anarchy, and I doubt that ever will be, despite two movies that you may see. I was new to this just a few years ago. Now I'll show you what I learned and hopefully make it easier to understand. I struggled with these questions myself. Most of my firearms training was in the Army, and the standard of lethal force was different. Today is a different landscape that we deal with when drugs become a part of people's behaviors. Many people have a lot of questions and concerns about self-defense and when is it appropriate to use lethal force. That is a serious question. There are many great instructional programs here on YouTube, also on USCCA and the NRA. I'll put links to those sources below. In this video, I'm just going to talk about the tools of your EDC, your everyday carry, for self-defense. You want to be compliant with your state and local laws and get the appropriate permits. Now, some states can be quite difficult to qualify for. California and Illinois are the toughest conceal and carry laws. And if you travel, be aware of which states have reciprocity with your state. In other words, which ones recognize and accept your state's permit. Not all states do, and there can be big geographic gaps between the states who do. Now, you can find reciprocity maps at the USCCA and NRA, and I'll put links below. Now about the USCCA and the NRA, please note that I do not endorse either of these organizations, but I do believe that they provide a good and valuable service. Now I'm just referring to them as resources. Now the USCCA is for United States Conceal and Carry Association. They provide legal defense insurance in the event that you're involved in a shooting. They also provide a lot of training programs as a part of your membership and online here on YouTube. The NRA is the National Rifle Association, and most are probably familiar with or heard of them. They lobby Congress a lot to protect the Second Amendment and the right to bear arms. Today, that is mostly about hunting and sustenance for some people. In the past, that meant not only that, but also in the early years of our new country, protecting yourself from an overbearing government. Some may question that yet today. The NRA also provides insurance and training, much like the USCCA does, and they're on YouTube also. Okay, so if I've got all the formalities out of the way, now we can get on with the next part, which is what makes up your EDC kit. Okay, so in this part, I'm going to talk about all the components of your EDC kit. And in this part, I'm going to probably do some cut-ins and cut-outs and transitions as I try to put this together as I kind of fumble through this a bit. Well, hopefully not fumble too much. Anyways, I want to present you with all the information I can, at least with what I do for my EDC, and see what you can do with yours. And hopefully I can give you a few good ideas. Anyways, Basics of your EDC kit is, your firearm. I've got a couple of here. I got a 9mm and a 380, and also another part of your EDC kit is your knife. Different kinds of knives that you can use. Then your flashlight. So I'll go over each of these parts here, and also carrying a spare clip of ammo with you too. The firearms, and I've got this 9mm here that I use, and I got this inside the waistband holster that I use for this, and works really great. And some of these that you get the gun or the pistol, the firearm, and you got some roughness on the pistol grip. That's usually so you can get a better grip with your hands on there. But if you're carrying on the inside the waistband, this can cause some friction or rash on your skin because it's so rough. And that's where I got a hold of this thing. And it just sticks on here with some Velcro, and it covers my firearm, so I no longer have that handle grip rubbing against my skin. And I got this one through Holster Partners, and I'll put a link below to that. And all the things that I feature in here, I'll put links below so where you can find those if that's exactly what you want to get. So as far as my 380, which is really my everyday carry, it's in a smaller holster. It's a smaller pistol, and this holster fits in my back pocket like a wallet does. And this is made by Uncle George's. I'll put a link to that below. It's one of the first ones I got, and I gotta say, I really like it. It works really great for me. A little bit of practice, you know how to get this in and out of the holster pretty quick, so it's good practice. So now other kinds of firearms you can get, you can get maybe carry a .45 caliber, or if you really want to get big, and I'll put up an image here, there's a Smith & Wesson Magnum 500, and this thing is huge. It's like a cannon, and I don't even know if I can fit that inside my pant leg, much less try and conceal and carry that. So, and another thing you want to do is to make sure you got a good gun belt, and this is pretty much the gun belt that I usually wear. It's a tactical 511 belt, and it's not the heaviest duty one you can get, but it works really well. In a few years that I've been wearing this, you can see it doesn't have that droop in the middle of it that you usually get from the small of the back. You get kind of that droop in the belt. This hasn't done that. This holds up really great. Another gun belt that I have is this one here that I got from Alien Gear. I don't know if they still make this or not, but these are available in a lot of places. This one is a 1/4 inch thick, and it's got 2 layers of leather with a steel band between the 2 layers of leather. So this is really, really heavy duty and holds up, maybe it'll hold up that Smith & Wesson 500 for you. But it's really heavy duty belt, depending on how much gear or tactics that you want to carry around your waist. And also about carrying your spare ammo. For my 9mm, I carry a spare magazine, and I've got this pocket that I got that carries actually the magazine I can stick in here, and I can put my tactical flashlight in here too. That fits in and holds pretty well, and holds down. It's got this clip that it's got a hook on the bottom there, so it hooks onto your belt and hangs on, so it's not going to slip off on you very easily. Works great. This back out, because I'll be talking about those later. Now this I got, I think, for like 15 bucks or less on Amazon. Like I said, I'll put links to everything below. For my 380, I've got a spare clip, or magazine, that's what we call it, and I got this one here that's carries my clip, and it's a small one and very low profile, fits onto my belt, so it really hangs on there really good. I've been wearing that for a couple of years and still holding up. Now the next consideration is your knife. What kind of a knife do you want to carry? And there's different styles for that. Now I've got this belt buckle knife here that I've used, and I bought this at a vendor in Lake Tahoe some years ago when I was out there, and I liked it so much I went back and bought two more for my two sons. But you know, these are about 120 bucks a piece, and they come in a lot of different styles, a lot of different themes, you know, outdoors, police, fire, motorcycles, and all kinds of things. And you can find these at bucklehead.com. I'll put that link below. And really good, and they're really guaranteed very well. It's this high quality stainless steel. This knife comes off like that, and it's available open like that. And it's it says unlike most, and it's a 440C stainless steel. So very good, and I know that they guarantee it's a magnet, rare earth magnet that holds this in place. It's got a rare earth magnet there, and really holds it in place. It's never come out on me. I have worn out some of the parts on this, the mechanism, and they sent me a brand new knife, no questions asked. And so they guarantee them forever. It's really a great deal. 120 bucks a piece, but you're getting a lot of value out of that too. Another type of knife is one of these. This is a Kershaw, and this is called, for self-defense, it's called a point-down knife. And you can adjust or change out this pocket clip from one end to another. I'm right-handed, so I've got it on like this. If I was left-handed, I'd put the pocket clip there, and I'd be carrying over here. So when I pull my weapon or my knife, I'm using my right hand because I'm right-handed. And what happens is, when this opens, if I'm carrying it in my pocket like that, and point down is about, get this open, it points downward when it's in your pocket. So you don't wind up impaling yourself if it comes open, but there's another feature in here that'll keep it from coming open anyway. So you don't want to impale yourself or give yourself a self-vasectomy or something. And what this does is very sharp. Well, you can see quite the pointed tip there. It's like a toad sticker, and extremely sharp, even right out of the box when I got it. And I'll have a link down below for this. And there's also a safety switch on here that you can slide up and down to lock it so it won't accidentally open. Also, another feature is when it's sitting in your pocket, if I can demonstrate here, you can see it's right up against here. If it's going to open, it's going to go towards the seam here. It's not going to get very far. It's not going to be able to open at all. And you can see that when you got it in your pocket there, you can pull it out quickly and, well, have the lock off. And it's open pretty quickly. This has a spring assist opening so that it comes out very quick. It's not a switchblade, but it's got a spring assist opening. So it comes open pretty quick just by pushing on this little nub here, and it comes open. Very good for, especially in a self-defense situation. You can also go with, maybe if you want to be like Crocodile Dundee, go with a bigger knife, kind of sheathed on something like on your back, like Crocodile Dundee did, and said, "Oh, there's a knife," you know, when that guy was trying to attack him on the street or rob him. Also, you know, another thing is always to have your conceal and carry permit. This is mine, and this is enlarged just so I can show you. And I redacted out, blacked out some of the information that I don't want to be public. So, but you know, make sure you're got your conceal and carry permit all the time. Now, the next part of your conceal and carry kit is your flashlight. When you're dealing with a threat, you want to be able to illuminate that threat. If it's a dark, you know, dark alley or something like that, or in a bar situation, you want to be able to illuminate that threat and disorient them Within the dark, bright light's going to make them lose their focus and they can't see well. So that's where a tactical flashlight is really handy. And what makes this a tactical flashlight is the button on the back end of it, not on the side here somewhere. And it makes it easy to work. What I do, the way I carry mine, is I put my 3 fingers up here and my pinky finger underneath it, and like that, and so I can grasp it pretty securely. And then I can use my thumb here to press the button on the back to go through the different 3 light modes that I've got. I've got a high beam, a low beam, and a strobe. So I can do the high, the low, and strobe. And that's what will disorient people to keep them from attacking you. Also, you can use it sometimes as a self-defense weapon in itself, because it's got these kind of like a tulip shape here, and you can hit somebody in the throat or something like that. It's going to do some damage or disable them, so good thing. There's another option too for your smartphone. Don't know that it's really good. There's an app that you can get, and I'll put a link down below to this app. I can turn on this flashlight app. Problem with doing this is you gotta use 2 hands. You gotta pick up your phone, you gotta use the other hand to do things. So, and this can be like on a, well, right now it's flashing like a strobe. I can also go to 0 here, and that'll be a solid light. And then where I can go to strobe again, or so you can go to SOS mode where it just kind of flashes SOS on you. Then I can switch it off, and that'll turn it off. Problem is, you know, it plays a commercial for a while. Probably not a good thing in a tactical situation to be dealing with that. Also, you know, it's awkward to be able to get this going and draw your weapon, whether it's your knife or your firearm. This is just not the best way to go, I don't think. But lacking anything else, you know, this might be a good option. You can subscribe to this or whatever for, I think it's $1, and they'll get rid of the commercials for you when you turn it off. So that could be an option. So basically, this is what makes up your everyday carry kit, your EDC, and you have to pick out and figure what works for you, what's most convenient for you, and that's going to depend on your dress. Are you wearing a suit? Are you wearing work clothes of some sort? How can you conceal and carry without being too obvious? And then, of course, some people don't worry about being very obvious either. They want to show that they're concealing carry. So it's whatever works for you. That's your choice. This is what I've got that I use, and I know this is not suitable for everybody, and everybody has their own different preference of what they want to do, and that's what you have to figure out for yourself. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you got some inspiration on how to maybe set up and design your everyday carry kit. If you did, please give me a like, and please share it with your family, friends, and fellow outdoors persons. And also, please subscribe. Just hit that little red button down in the lower right corner of the screen here, and you can subscribe, and then you won't miss anything. So, also, I like to hear your comments, want to hear what you're interested in seeing, and so we can bring that to you. So, if the ladies don't find you handsome, at least they should find you handy. Thank you.